Hello everybody at the Schwantz27's channel. It's DJ Vaughn on the Wicked Ones and Twos here to talk to you about our latest update to our game Black Ops 4. This patch mostly deals with Blackout tweaks since the multiplayer portion of our game got the focus for the Halloween update despite it changing almost nothing about the meta in the game, and we basically need to do the opposite of the multiplayer changes for the weapons in Blackout. Before we get to the weapon updates, we finally made quads playable on the VCR in spite of the fact that we're dealing with instantly antiquated upon release hardware that had been a complaint of those unfortunate Xbox players since Sony gave us more money and we've relegated Beanox to the PC platform, so sorry guys for picking the short straw. Also with quads, we've added 100 player lobbies to the featured playlist, so maybe the quads won't work on the VCR after all, so enjoy those 20 Hz servers, and we've capped solo and duos at 88 players. We're also unlocking the storyline missions for the zombies characters in Blackout. Oh, no, but not the ones that you actually give a shit about. It's those newbies that we try and stuff down your throat just to force you to buy the Black Ops Pass in order to play as those original 4 characters that you all actually like. Although you've been seeing a lot of Ajax mission items dropping, we'll spread the love to the other characters so that you won't see as many defaults running around, and it's going to waste additional slots on the random beepity bops that you need to hang on to when you win a match. Now on to that weapon balancing. As you'll see, it's basically the opposite of what we did in multiplayer, but I did ensure that all of this data from my magic black box was telling me the things that I wanted to hear for getting guns to behave correctly in spite of how they feel. Because, you know, fuck actually playing the game, it's all about the numbers, Mason. The SMGs across the board got a muzzle velocity increase to actually compete in close quarters gunfights, along with a reduced recoil for the Spitfire, even though that gun shoots faster than you do when you masturbate. The Rampart got a buff to lower recoil and ADS sway. The Auger got a buff for muzzle velocity, even though the fully kitted out one shows up on the map in hot drop spots all the time, and the Swordfish got a tighter spread pattern for longer range engagements since people apparently are having issues with the whole bullet drop thing after being used to hit scan lasers for more than 10 years. The LMGs also got an across the board accuracy buff so people will actually use them instead of the current AR sniper meta, but we're not keeping it on the DL like most fellow nerds not giving out their secrets to success. Yeah, the rationale isn't just relying on data like I should be, but we'll tweak weapons in order to entice people to use them if we think those people are just haters. Lastly, we've got some equipment changes as the concussion grenades now have a max stack of 2 and increased throwing distance in order to not upset the delicate balance of having tactical nades since we now have removed the 9-bang for further evaluation. Before you start cheering so loudly, this is a Blackout only change, so those of you sweating in multiplayer can't rejoice as we thought it better to do nothing in that mode and remove it completely in Blackout instead of actually trying to change it to not completely fuck you over by not being able to prone or ADS or see or hear and having a hand cover your face to obstruct your view for long after the effect should already be gone. But hey, at least games won't end due to seizure-inducing flashing lights anymore. That's saved for that operator mod on the shotgun. Finally, in Blackout, we're doing a special event starting today and ending Tuesday the 13th with the Blightfather boss from 9 roaming around the graveyard south of Asylum, similar to what we did in the beta, so keep your eyes on the prize. I mean, out for a red beam of light, which normally means danger, but if you end up killing the AI, you'll get rewarded with weapons so good that you'll be sure to get a victory unless you're a BK Randy. Considering that the zombies Easter eggs only recently were completed due to the game constantly crashing harder than Paul Walker, we figured we'd transport the zombies boss into Blackout in order to ruin multiple modes of our game. I guess having the lobby crashing during the Easter egg progression is one way to pad out the time spent on those hunts. Don't worry though, Blundell and the crew are hard at work trying to fix up bugs in each map to ensure that it's possible that people can earn those trophies. That's not all for this weekend's plans, as we're also putting in some new featured modes for multiplayer like Tactical Mosh Pit, a 3v3 of TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Search and Destroy, even though 2/3 of that playlist aren't actually tactical game modes. Interesting choice of name in there a mercenary chaos mosh pit, which means it's 6v6 because that's now chaotic in our scaled down version of multiplayer, and hardcore mercenary mosh pit for people that don't have friends or are hashtag forever alone, both of which will be nearly empty in spite of incessant bitching on Reddit that these modes are absolutely necessary to have for people that don't play in parties. We're also kicking off a double tier boost weekend for multiplayer and double plasma weekend for zombies players. We also say that there will be new ways to boost contraband tiers in the coming soon Black Hole, but that definitely coincides with rolling out the COD point system to both Xbox and PC, and not due to fan backlash about the working as designed slow progression system. All three platforms can give us their money for COD points now after waiting for Sony players to cash in a week ago. Sure, we'll still treat you PC and Xbox players like second-class citizens, but you're more than welcome to give us your money. Now, everyone can enjoy our bastardized version of Fortnite's Battle Pass, where we removed all of the fun and just kept in the part where you give us the money. I need a fifth Vondergini after all.